What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Happy Mother's Day to all my mothers out there and all the dudes who had to be mothers because y'all had piece of shit females who you had children with, and now you had to take care of your children all by yourself. So respect to all the fathers that had to take the role, and respect to all the mothers who are doing their thing to take care of their children and bring them up in this crazy world. All right, but today what I want to talk about is my next move in Nigeria. Now that I'm retired, now that I have the ability to do this, is to get my citizenship. It's time for me to get my Nigerian citizenship, right? And the reason why I couldn't get it before, because I get asked this a lot, right? Why haven't I got my Nigerian citizenship? Well, because of the nature of my job, which I really still at this moment can't talk fully about. Because I work for the Department of Homeland Security, and I have a clearance, and with that comes a lot of restrictions, right? Which is actually, I thought I was going to get fired a long time ago because of my YouTube channel, to be honest. Because I decided a long time ago I wasn't going to be afraid to speak truth to power, right? And because I happen to work within the apparatuses of a lot of these three-letter agencies that do a lot of the things that we talk about, that's why I happen to know what I'm talking about. Like Customs and Border Patrol, right? I work for the headquarters of Customs and Border Patrol. Meaning, so when people was talking about customs and building walls and shit, I'm sitting here telling you, like, I know when I was talking about immigration, I knew what I was talking about. Because literally the head of Customs and Border Patrol and Air Marine is somebody I talk to, on a regular basis. Somebody I deal with on a regular basis. Offices and things and meetings and events that I see that happen within Customs and Border Patrol, and how they operate as a culture and how it's changed over the years depending on who's president. I've seen all of this firsthand. So when I'm talking about immigration, I know exactly what I'm talking about firsthand. I know about the border and how they not really caring about building no wall. I know how much money they got to spend and allocate. I know all that stuff. I also knew USAID, USAID, the people, the American organization that gives aid to other countries in via hooks them under the the talon of America, right? Via USAID, right? Worked with those people and those and GSA, Department of Defense. I'm in there, right? So anytime I'm talking about national issues, international issues, my whole career has been that, right? So I've been intimately privy to information that most people don't, on this YouTube, who talk about the topics that they don't know what they're talking about. But so my next move is to get my citizenship in Nigeria now that I can do that. America does allow dual citizenship, but if you're amongst the cleared community of America, it's shunned upon to have a dual citizenship, right? So I couldn't do it. But now I need to do it because one thing I want to avoid is having to pay visas, right? I want to avoid having to pay visa fees when I go back and forth to Nigeria, because I'll be doing that more often now that I have the time. I want to avoid having to go through that process. I also want to avoid having to, after I'm in there for 30 days, I got to go to the comptroller of customs in Nigeria to get an extra stamp no matter where I am in order to extend my visa. Past the 30 days. I want to do all that, right? So I want to get my passport, get my citizenship, so that I can flow in and out of the country smoothly, stay as long as I need. I don't have to get any work visa, I don't have to do any of that stuff. Now, I've been invited to get my visa a long time ago, but yet again, because of the American side, I couldn't. So now that is my next move right there, to get to citizenship. And to be honest, a lot of people argue about African countries not giving citizenship the way Israel does to their so-called pretend diaspora that they got out there. They want some sort of Israeli style right of return type of situation, which I understand. But honestly, a lot of these West African countries that we come from, they have pretty decent immigration policies that any prospective business owner, anybody who wants to do anything in these countries can do if you just follow the procedure, right? You just go through the regular procedure that anybody else goes through when they want to become a citizen of a country. Now, to have expedited service, you being an African American, you may get some unofficial expedited services in countries like Nigeria. I don't know about Ghana, but I know Nigeria. I'm sure you can get it expedited. All right, I'm telling you, right? But anyway, yeah. So that's my next move: get the passport, then I'll officially be a Nigerian. I mean, shit, I'm official anyway. I brought my ancestors back. You can't tell me nothing, right? But I brought my ancestors back to the land of their forefathers, which was the old kingdoms before this federal government of Nigeria showed up. But officially, I will make myself a part of the official citizenship of the official federal government, as I'm already a part of Yoruba land. I'm already a part of the royal upper class of Nigeria officially in the Yoruba tribe, but I want to be a Nigerian. I want to be a Nigerian. This African American wants to be a Nigerian. I will be proud to rock my passport, my Nigerian passport, my black country passport. I'll be proud. Just like I'm proud of my American passport, I'll be proud to have that Nigerian passport. I'll be proud to raise my right hand and pledge loyalty to Nigeria as an African descendant of the great people of Nigeria. Most definitely. I can't wait to do that, and I'll most definitely record it. But yeah, that's the next move right there, y'all. That's the next move. Hopefully I'll do it sometime this year, between this year and next year. I'll definitely document it and show you. It's the process itself. There's many ways to become a citizen. You can start a business to become a citizen in Nigeria, right? So after a while, if you start a business and you're contributing to the economy, you can start a business. You can pay $100,000 for a business visa, I think, or something like that. Now, I think O'Shea Dukes Jackson was talking about that. Like, there's a business visa you can get where you just get your citizenship if you invest a certain amount in the country. I've invested that amount already, but through my own business. I didn't like just go and pay $100,000. You can do that. You can get married to someone and get your citizenship. You can be there for 6 months, I think. Or if you build a house, there and you have an address, established address, you can get citizenship, and you've been there or you've been established there for a certain period of time, I think 6 months or above, you can get your citizenship. It's all sorts of, they have so many avenues for Nigerian citizenship. It's really not, there's no real barriers or obstacles. You just got to kind of go through it. You know, I don't know how the other countries, I know every country have their own different versions, but I still happen to know the process is not going to be that difficult for any African American that want to go invest. Despite what you hear and see on TV, it is a pretty seamless transition as far as, you know, everything, really, right? You'll be surprised of how silently African Americans, especially men, African American men are silently going to Nigeria, marrying Nigerian women, and establishing empires over there. Real silent, like they're not saying shit. They're not on YouTube, because most people are not on YouTube, guys. I mean, I know YouTube it gives you a window of what's happening, but what you see on YouTube is only a Costco sample of what's really happening, right? So yeah, there's a few of us that you see, in Africa, making a show of it. But for every African you see on YouTube making a show of it, there are 100 that don't have a YouTube channel. They post on Facebook maybe. They don't do TikTok, but they get on that Delta flight and they get on that American airline flight and they go to Nigeria to go hook up to go meet their wives that's over there holding down empires for them. Right? There's a lot. I'm telling you, it ain't just them white boys and the big white girls doing it. The regular black males are doing it too, because they've been hip to the game. Because even though social media has revealed and elevated the movement from a lot of African Americans to Africa and various other countries around the world, this has actually been going on for quite a long time. It's just that you're now being aware of it. But African Americans have been established themselves in Africa. We've been established ourselves in Africa for going on 30, 40, 50 years now. So the connection is there. It just needs to be highlighted, and all the good programs and the good stories need to be highlighted to motivate people who want to do those things to go ahead and do it, if they're feeling froggy, right? Anyway, that's the next move, guys. Getting that passport, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for talking, but I'm more about walking. So, on this channel, we walk the walk. That's just what we do. Over here, that's what we walk the walk. All that yappity, 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 yap. What I'm going to do, all that show me YouTube Pan-Africanism, nah, bro. All that, they just be talking on panels. Like, show me what you're doing. Be the example I need so I can make that decision. If you are Pan-African, that means you are taking some sort of action. You should be showing the people what you are doing instead of just running your mouth. Anyway, that's all I got to say. This is Afro Think Tank. Learn some, teach some. I'm out.